My adventures in the Pacific Northwest continued in Eugene, Oregon, where I stayed with some friends, and I got some beautiful shots, this one from a hilltop, and this next one of the Willamette River at sunset. Then I traveled north to an air and space museum where I found the actual Spruce Goose, made by Howard Hughes, famously, who also funded the Howard Hughes Medical Institute, which funds a lot of science education efforts, including my salary for 3 years. From there, I traveled to the Columbia River Gorge outside of Portland and spent some time here at Multnomah Falls. It's a popular attraction with several observation decks. But who would be foolish enough on a 90-degree day to hike all the way to the top of the falls? It was a long way to the top, but as you can probably guess, I was exactly the kind of fool to take on that challenge. The view from the top was spectacular. Now, if you're feeling vertigo here, I can promise you that it's not nearly the vertigo that I was feeling in that moment. However, if you turn around and look at the streams that feed into the waterfall, they are crisp and clear and cool. It was from this spot in the stream that I drank greedily with my hands cupped over and over and over again. Perhaps as much as 2 liters of fresh mountain spring water. And I had indigestion for the next 3 days, so just an important reminder that woodland parasites can taste fresh and clear and cool. After my day at Multnomah Falls, I headed south to Crater Lake. This is a spot called the Pumice Field. It's a wide, flat plain with pumice rocks from ancient eruptions. And the lake itself, unfortunately, I caught during the forest fires. So it was very smoky. But there were some spots where, if I got the correct angle, I could capture how blue the water really is. The island in the center of Crater Lake is called Wizard Island. It's actually a small volcano that erupted up from the bottom of the lake bed in the midst of this much larger volcano. From Wizard Island and Crater Lake, I headed south into California to go looking for my very first redwood trees. And on my first day in Redwood National Park, I found these elk just after dawn, relaxing and eating grass in a field by the side of the road. Now, from here, I'm going to admit that this is a struggle. It's very difficult to capture the dimensions of the redwood trees and actually express how big and majestic they are. It's much easier to show you a woodland stream passing through the redwood forest than it is to capture the trees themselves. But you can see here the yellowed color of the rainforest in Northern California from weeks and months of drought. This is a spot where I went hiking, where the redwoods are just along the path and you walk next to them and between them. And if you want to try and hug the tree, you can. But honestly, it doesn't give you much of a better sense of scale than seeing them from afar. Let's take a closer look and see if we can get a sense of the size of this centuries-old organism. I'm not sure we can, but I'm glad to share their beauty with you. You can subscribe to more content at lostinbidensamerica.substack.com, and stay tuned for the next video where we take you into a totally different environment. Thanks. We'll see you next time.